LeBlanc we're talking about.
Ooh, this is scary because it feels really easy for LeBlanc to play into Kalista.
A little bit more time. So Uzi trying to squeeze in as much attack speed as possible for a chase down possibly. You know, as Levi's trying to back off a little bit for the secondary engage there, but I would definitely go full blue MR runes at least for the efficiency of them.
I definitely think so. Levi's, he wanted some magic pen on his reds, but then he switched over to like 6 AD just to help him last it. Just a little bit of help, you know. Sometimes it gets really, really pressured. But I mean, lost it against Uzi.
Yeah, you say just for that, but it also helps out a lot with, there's a lot of auto trading going on as well. I mean, he's gone pretty much even in health with the early auto trades, even though Uzi obviously has the minion wave control here and pushing into turret to try and deny.
There's also that potion that he can still pop. 2 potions versus 1 with the biscuits. Levi probably running a Thunderlord, just going to confirm that for you guys. Yeah, 0, 18, 12. So everybody's side-specking in the resolve tree. This is not a Ferocity LeBlanc at all, so it's cutting 18 and then 12 in resolve.
Yeah, there are just so many high-value, low-tier masteries in there. The flat health is amazing. That being said, Runic Armor, you know, in longer things is a lot better, but so many health regen masteries as well.
Yeah, you got the
resolve
Perseverance that was pointed out by, or Perseverance, whatever you pronounce it.
I'll let you pronounce it however you want.
In Europe, we say it Perseverance.
So like Americans that make fun of people's accents is just ridiculous to me because almost all Americans only speak one language, and just the mere fact that you speak multiple languages, I really have no say in criticizing anything there.
Yeah, apart from that, it's my job to speak this language. Anyways, Levi dashing in for the relic, so that's a really good trade here. He denies Uzi the leap as he wants to pick up the relic. Uzi still has the push though.
All right, yeah, let's get back to this game. We're so focused on the mastery choices for these guys because it is so important, especially in the early levels. But Uzi is stacking up quite nicely here on the Kalista. Does has a very good CS lead, but again, we talk about every time there's a mage picked, it's mostly about the all-in kill that they're looking for on the AD carries.
But we're looking at some lack of experience in last inning here from Levi. He lost about 6 creeps right there under the turret because in 1v1s, this turret deals different damages, so he leaves the range creeps on a sliver of health that you need to last it after, and it takes the melee creeps down in kind of 2 shots, so you need to heavy prep the melee and not touch the ranged ones, and that's where Levi is failing just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? If you are waiting for that level 6, it will end up mattering if you don't have enough gold for that extra Doran or for that extra small item that's going to help you in the all-in. Looks like he was just trying to bait a summoner there, fake an all-in or something, but
I think he just really wanted to CS before the base and he was willing to take a bad trade. Yeah. It's on the cannon wave. It's always the best time to base, especially versus like kind of carry that can't do any AoE clear like Uzi right here. He's like manually taking them down 1 by 1, and then the cannon will enter the turret range, making it so that you lose at most 2 or 3 CS.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it does take not too long to get back to this wave. It's even shorter than mid lane or something.
Yep.
But what he did give up there with that back is the relic spawn. And so there's going to be not only minion wave advantage and a lot of CS advantage for Uzi, but also the extra relic on his side, as Levi could right now run and try and rush to pick that up before Uzi gets back. But concentrating on the minions, needs that tiny bit of extra gold.
Yeah, but he's still messing up the CS there too. Like uncontested creeps being dropped there. It's going to be hard for him to seemingly lost it just with autos, and he's wasting a lot of mana, honestly, on farming.
And the other thing to me is that if you're going with a mage and you're going with a kill strategy, that's the time when you buy offensive items, right? You buy cloth armors if you're going to try and grind it out. If you're going to try and, get CS leads, if you're going to go for those trades over time, whereas really I would think he would just want as much power for the all-in as possible.
He is close to 6, but not close enough here.
Not going to fool Uzi with that distortion. Throws it right back at the original spot. And he has this game in a very comfortable position.
Yeah, we're approaching level 6. That's obviously where Kalista falls off because he doesn't have a support to throw in versus the value that Levi gets from his ultimate. But he's so far behind here. Uzi has to play the CS game. I wonder if he's going to get sucked in and all-in that he will lose. He has the right summoner spells in the barrier and exhaust. Very predictable damage as well from the LeBlanc. So tried to carry over there. Spears ended up in the back creep.
Yeah, I mean,
plus minions. This is really good for Uzi.
Does shatter, still has spears in him.
Does exhaust that barrier.
This is going to be it. Uzi on the chase. Ooh, they disengage. All summoners blown. That's actually good for the LeBlanc. in my opinion here. I think that it is going to provide a lot more threat. Let's see what he does with it, too. The minions aren't going to be frozen, so he has no chance at, denying and trying to use that brush, but we'll see what he gets on the next back. I definitely do not advise him going more defensive. He needs more power.
That was tricky from Uzi, because I feel like he had rend stacks in his opponent. He could have popped it, but I felt he needed like a proxy creep to make that one happen.
Yeah, not quite sure, did he use it super early on to try and clear out that last minion? I'll keep the mouse over him right now to make sure we have the cooldowns for the actual all-in.
But I think you don't get spears in the enemy creeps if it's on cooldown. I don't think the new rend stacks.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Cooldown, so he had definitely, but he was just out of range, I think. Wow, really good carry over there, double spear. But he's always looking for the reset. He never wants his rend to get on cooldown, I think.
Yeah, and we still have a decent amount of time, right? The CS cap will be 100. So only at 58 right now for Uzi. Levi doesn't have to panic or anything.
Yeah.
It's not just about being level 6 and looking for the all-in. It's so much about the setup as well, because the minions really matter in these.
Yeah, especially if you're tanking cannon creep damage right here. But you see Uzi is progressively getting more scared, playing backwards in the lane. He's about 40 creeps to go, which gives ample opportunity for the LeBlanc to hit like level 9 and go for an all-in again, especially now that these barrier and exhaust is on cooldown. I think the momentum's shifting towards Levi. Not if he does that, though.
Yeah. Also got a pretty good exit trade there as the Shatter carried over. So he's feeling okay about the situation, but Kalista CS is pretty decently under turret. We'll see how much pressure a LeBlanc can apply under there. Because Uzi is, inching closer and closer towards that threshold.
Yeah, it's the ideal location to play against LeBlanc. She will take damage from the turret if she gets too close, but if he has to use too much mana on CSing here under the turret, Uzi's going to lose his all-in potential. That's a good reset here.
Really nice. Got the extra rend damage on Levi, even though he was out of range because of the minion for the activation. And man, with this Vamp Scepter plus a bunch of potions for Uzi, there's no way he loses out in the sustain wars.
But he is capped in the all-in because he did not go for no magic mantle. Obviously, 100 to 0, LeBlanc will get him. We're approaching the second rotation here for Summer Spells. That should be good for Uzi then again.
Yeah. And we talk about the extra time that Levi had. It's every wave counting against him. A couple of misses there.
Ooh. He W'd in place then, right? I think that's what happened for Levi right there. Trying to get to the relic, but minor mishaps, honestly. Couple CS dropped in the early game, couple bad trades.
For me, LeBlanc gonna need to recall around 80 CS for Uzi because you're not gonna have enough time. You need to get as much power as possible to be able to set it up so that he's not next to his turret and just have as much AP as you can possibly go for. Because Uzi right now,
he's going to go over to 100 CS win. What's going to happen here is that he'll push in the wave, just like you're saying. We're basing for power on the side of Team Fire, but the problem is Uzi can bounce this wave.
Yep.
This wave will probably naturally bounce unless it gets cleared out very quickly towards Uzi. He can stall, give 20 CS to Levi, but then get the remaining 16 CS he needs to get. And he finishes the heck.
Oh, I think it's actually over now.
Wait, way to hype this matchup, Kobe.
It's well, I mean, it's so tragic, right? We talk about the AD carry, going the defensive masteries is the most reliable way to, gain an advantage in 1 versus 1. And that kind of is the strategy. There are so much more exciting windows for the other champions, though. So everyone kind of roots for the underdogs and against the AD carries in this mode.
Just want to see some blood, see people die.
Exactly.
All right, we need to see Levi follow his positioning because he is looking for an all-in, but these spears are starting to deal damage. Remember, Kalista doesn't skill anything in W or R. It's just Q and E, and that's why you see these abilities deal so much damage compared to what you're used to. She doesn't lose any points during it. Good prediction by Uzi. He made it go all-in because he has exhaust, barrier, and the Hex Drinker. Uzi is in complete control right now.
Definitely not looking good for Levi. He's got to just...
he knows.
Yeah, there's actually... You don't want to call it over because a miracle could happen, Crepo. I mean,
somebody can start taking the turret.
Uzi, yeah, exactly. You don't expect Uzi to make huge mistakes, but technically possible. 9 more CS, 8 more CS, and he's gonna have it.
I want to see Uzi go for the all-in on 99 CS.
Yeah.
Just because he can.
Double Lift definitely did that last year a couple times, and he was 1 auto away from losing it, even though he had a guaranteed win on CS. But definitely worth it.
That's how he lost this year as well. He went for it. Levi going in again. Chain does not connect. He is super low. There's the exit bounce, but 6 more creeps. I don't think Levi has the time to base right now.
Yeah. I mean, unlucky. That's the other thing I love most about the 1v1 tournament. This is not a mode the pros come into the event practicing, so they don't know obviously the best thing. But all right, let's see about the all-in here. Uzi, 2 more CS, he can go for it, or try and finish.
That's it.
There it is. There's your champion.
Calm, clean, collected. Crowd isn't really too pleased with it, but it's Uzi, so he gets an applause anyway.
It is Team Ice, so they're happy, you know. Give him the